Hey soldiers, it's Shamel Jones, and let's talk ISRC codes. And why is it so important that you own your own ISRC code versus getting it from your distributor? Let's go. So if you get an ISRC code from your distributor, when you actually register your song, they're going to ask you, do you have an ISRC code? Most of the time, you're going to say no. Most of the time, I'm seeing people say no. When you say no, they issue you a code. And they also issue you a UPC code as well. But we're going to get into that in a whole nother video. Now, when they issue you your code, that is your identity for that song for the life of it. Anything attached to it, any streaming information, any metadata information that they have this far, is embedded into that song. But why I say you need to go get your own code, first, you want ownership. That's number one. And let's just say you don't want to deal with that distributor anymore and you want to go deal with another distributor. You can take the information from your ISRC code and go and be up under another distributor, and all of your information is attached to that. And it's yours. You don't have to worry about it. Well, the distributor from the first upload that issue you the ISRC code and use it. But this is where things get a little messy. Information could be lost in that transfer. So it's just best that you purchase your own ISRC code. Okay? Now, today we're going to go over two sites that you can use to purchase your ISRC code. That is usisrc.org or isrc.com. You can pay a $95 fee once a year, and you can register up to 100,000, I believe, ISRC codes. Now, I'm going to tell you, as an indie artist, you're probably not even going to come nowhere close to nothing like that. I mean, nowhere close. That's really something that major labels would do, is buy that many codes, okay? Now, as we dive into this ISRC code world, there's so much information that you need to learn about it. So I'm not going to cram everything into one video. I'm going to have several videos talking about different topics pertaining to ISRC codes. So that's why, as an indie artist, you will not buy that many of them, because you're starting out, you're putting out maybe a song a month, maybe a song every week, maybe a song a quarter. So when you're not going to reach that type of purchase power, okay? So with this website, it's very informal. I would, highly suggest that you go in and learn more information about ISRC codes. But here on isrc.com is particularly where I like to tell any artist to go. So on this website, it will teach you the same amount of information that usisrc.org, goodness, will teach you. Okay, so let's go through the steps. So if you hit order now, it shows you exactly what you could order, okay, and how much the fees will be. Now, if you're just buying, let's say, one code, which I don't recommend. And why I don't recommend it is because, look, that's $32. Registration fee, period, $30. And then for each individual ISRC code, it's $2. Now, so purchase what you're going to purchase, okay? So if you're going to get 10, get 10. Now, I recommend that you get several codes per song. Why I say that? Because you have different versions of your song, or you're supposed to. You're supposed to have the regular version. You're supposed to have a performance version. You're supposed to have an acapella, instrumental. And so that's 4 different versions that I named. But each version that you decide to have for your single make sure you have an ISRC code attached to it, because when you have different platforms play your music, they may not play the lyrics. They may just play the intro, the instrumental. They may just play just the acapella and none of the music. How would it be tracked if it doesn't have an ISRC code connected to it? That's why you need different codes attached to different formats of the music. Okay. Now, as you can see, you could buy different things. You could buy a code for your videos, which I highly suggest that you do that. You could buy a code for your music video, your album. These are the UPC codes, and these are the UPC codes, okay? And these are the ISRC codes. So, however much you want to buy, that's what you key in. And then it asks you if you want to embed the code, which in another video, I'm going to show you how to embed the ISRC code yourself. And then if you want to do file stripping. So what this is, a lot of time when the music is being transferred to different people via email, when it's being downloaded from one person desktop to another person's desktop, it starts getting a lot of different metadata embedded into the song. So what this does is it strips all that metadata and starts it over clean. And file verification. It's just giving you a snapshot of the information inside of the audio. Pretty much what it's saying. Okay? So this is why I really love this. This is what I recommend for indie artists to start out with. But if you do plan on, getting more technical, getting more, really researching and learning more about ISRC codes, you can use this website, usisrc.org. Now, what is an ISRC code? I should have said this at the beginning, right? It's an International Standard Recorded Code. So it's literally like the Social Security number for your song. That's exactly what it is. And everything that goes on with the song, hey, when they need to look for the song, they find that code, they'll find all the information for your song. Okay? Just with the ISRC code. And this is why it's so important that you buy it yourself. Now that we have went over the 2 sites that you could go visit to purchase your ISRC code, make sure you take advantage of it. Don't leave everything up to chance. Don't get into a situation where like your music just automatically come down from a streaming platform and now you done lost all the information. That would be crazy. Okay? Make sure you go visit usisrc.org or isrc.com and purchase your codes today. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave your question down in the comments. I will make sure that I reply or make a video in reference to it. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel if you love the information that you heard today. And I am looking forward to providing so much more information. And make sure you share with someone who needs to learn this information too. All right? All right. So, for all my soldiers out there, you know how I do it. There's no limits to what you can do. So, in this season, we are showing up for ourselves and we are taking ownership of everything and taking back what is owed to us. See you next time.